From deep in the heart of the San Fernando Valley, it's Hanging with Dr. Z. Tonight, special guest Paget Brewster with Rusty Steele and the Steel Wheels. This monkey means business. The doctor will see you now.
Hello. Good evening. Thank you very much. Good evening, I'm Dr. Z. Welcome to the show. Thank you for coming down tonight. How about Rusty Steele and the Steel Wheels? How about that band over there?
Thank you. Namaste.
You know, words are in the news. And I was thinking about the expression hot fudge sundae. And everybody loves a hot fudge sundae, but I bet it has a different meaning in prison. You know Pringles? The potato chip Pringles?
I do.
In the can? Do you think if we just showed the guy who invented Pringles just an open bag of potato chips, would he look inside like, what in the God's name happened? Anyway, speaking of crime scenes, we have from Criminal Minds tonight, Paget Brewster is with us. She's a human woman actress, and she's here tonight. So listen to Rusty Steele and the Steel Wheels. Don't go away. You're hanging with Dr. Z. Don't let go.
Here's something. Dick Van Patten, innovator, instigator, and unadulterated genius, brings us the album The Village Voice called A Cross Between Rod Stewart and Male Pattern Baldness. Dick's newest release on Fuxley Records is Dickin' Around the Pool. It's available beginning on Monday at Tower Records, Licorice Pizza, Wallach's Music City, and other fine record outlets. Look out, Mr. Clark. Rock and roll just got a new Dick.
Scabba who, scabba hey, bang! Dynamite, what a band. My next guest is an old, God, I think I first met my next guest. We were antiquing with Wayne Rogers in the Inland Empire. She stars in the show Criminal Minds and is also very popular on it's not a new podcast, it's a very successful established podcast with Arden Marine called Will You Accept This Rose? Please welcome your friend and mine, Paget Brewster, ladies and gentlemen.
Hi.
How are you, dear?
I'm fine, dear. I'm doing very well. How are you?
I'm lovely. Now, here's something I've always wanted to ask you. Paget, that's a cat's name.
I've never met a cat named Paget. My mom and dad were kind of hippies and they kept running into it. It's actually a popular man's name in Jamaica. It's like Fred.
Really?
Jamaican men think it's hilarious.
But your last name, Brewster, you're from Massachusetts.
Correct.
Why are they so angry there?
Well, the weather's difficult.
You know what I mean, and it's not just busing.
You mean the racist component of Massachusetts?
All of it. True story. I walked up to someone. I was going into Logan Airport.
Uh-huh.
I was with Jamie Farr, and we were doing Apocalypse Now on ice at the Boston Garden. Walked off, met somebody, said, how are you? Have a nice day. They said, don't shit yourself. Like, there's an aggression to the culture.
Well, that's sort of their sense of humor is rough.
Flinty.
That's the essential Massachusetts sense of humor. And I also want to clarify that not everyone in Massachusetts is racist. That's not at all true.
Oh, no, we're not saying that at all.
Oh, okay.
We're just implying it.
That component exists in Massachusetts, certainly. But the sense of humor is just a little tougher.
It's a little tougher.
I would say even tougher than New York.
Two questions. One, the Criminal Minds. What shows the SVU? That's not you. Special Victims Unit?
No, SVU is Special Victims Unit. That originally was Christopher Maloney and Mariska Hargitay. That's a Law and Order franchise based out of New York. I've done a couple of those. but I'm on a different. I was on a different show.
Isn't every victim special?
Yes. So it's I guess an unnecessary title, but I think it might refer to sex crimes. SVU.
Oh. Well, if you're doing it right. I think I'm confusing it with McLeod. Dennis Weaver's not on your show, is he?
No, Dennis was never on the show.
But will we ever know who killed John Bonet? Can we give it up for JBR?
It doesn't look like it was the brother now. I don't know.
I'm haunted by it.
I don't want to say anything. I wasn't there. I don't know.
What is the appeal of the Bachelor or the Bachelorette?
Well, the biggest appeal, frankly, honestly, I've watched every season now, and the most fun is being able to break it down with Arden Marine and Aaron Foley and Rob Benedict and Anna and Katie, the producers, on Will You Accept This Rose. That's really fun. It's certainly more...
They're all delightful.
It's more interesting than the show itself. But the Bachelor franchise, The Bachelor and the Bachelorette, they're mostly in their 20s. They're clearly produced.
Because I just look at it as people that you don't want to mate circling the drain of mating.
Yeah, essentially, that's what it is. Well, here, look, I like it because my husband and I like to watch it together.
I get it. You're married. I get it. I wasn't hitting on you, for God's sake.
Doctor,
Do they all sleep together all the time? Is it just like a pincushion convention?
Yes. They all do have to take STD panels before they're allowed to be on the show because I guess there was a problem a few years ago.
They just look like they're rutting like gerbils out there.
Yes, I think a lot of people have had a lot of sex in the fantasy suites, which is towards the end of the show, Doctor, when the Bachelorette has 3 guys she likes, and she may sleep with all 3 of them. Same thing, the Bachelor might have 3 ladies at the end that he wants to be with, and he might sleep with all of them. There have been some third base rendezvous in the woods.
Sounds like back in the day when I was sharing a condo with Joey Bishop.
Did you have guests, or was it you and Joey?
If you remember the Gold Diggers.
Oh, yeah, the Gold Diggers.
I'm more penicillin than person at this point. Well, anyway, the podcast is called Will You Accept This Rose, with you and Aaron Foley, Arden Marine, and the show is Criminal Minds. Paget Brewster, thank you so very much for coming by, dear. Paget Brewster, ladies and gentlemen. Give her a nice round of applause. Tomorrow night, Pope Francis and singer Cardi B. Rusty, get us out of here.